Let's talk about something you probably never think about, but it's literally the one part of your car you're always in contact with, the seat. We're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden science that's going on right under you.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You get in the car for a long drive, you feel great, but a couple hours later, you're shifting around, your back is screaming, and your legs feel like they're asleep. And you're thinking, man, I should have stretched. But what if I told you the real problem is the seat itself?
That's right. The thing that makes or breaks your entire road trip isn't the fancy leather or the 12-way power adjustments. It's the foam inside. Think of it like a chemical bread that's secretly deciding if you get to your destination feeling good or feeling like you need an emergency call to a chiropractor. So let's cut into this chemical bread, shall we? Let's figure out what the meat of your car seat is actually made of. Because once you understand this, you'll understand everything about comfort and, more importantly, how not to get ripped off.
Okay, so the fancy name for this stuff is polyurethane molded foam. The easiest way to think about it is like baking a really weird high-tech sponge cake. You mix two liquids, a chemical reaction happens, and poof, it expands with millions of tiny little air bubbles. Those bubbles are what create a network of microscopic springs that are supposed to be holding you up.
But here's the thing. This foam has to do three totally different jobs all at the same time. It's got to be soft so you don't feel the hard metal frame underneath you. It's got to be supportive so your spine doesn't collapse on a long trip. And it needs just the right amount of bounce so you're not getting launched on every pothole. It is an incredibly tricky balancing act. And you know, because this is so tricky, it is really easy for car companies to get it wrong. Or even worse, to use that confusion to fool you in the showroom. So let's blow the lid off the four biggest seat scams out there. Okay, first up, the biggest lie in the book, that a softer seat is a better seat. It's the classic showroom trick, right? You sit down, it feels like a plush couch for about 5 minutes. But take that on a 2-hour drive, and that softness turns against you. Your body just sinks in, your posture goes out the window, and your spine ends up paying the price. And listen, this isn't just about being a little sore. This is a massive health problem. A mind-blowing 35% of drivers in China actually suffer from lumbar disease. A huge reason for that? Spending hours and hours in seats that feel soft at first, but offer zero long-term support. That plush feeling is literally hurting you. Scam number 2. The memory foam upgrade. Sounds fancy, right? Well, in a car, it's a total disaster. Why? Because it's super sensitive to temperature. On a hot summer day, it turns into a saggy, useless mush. In the dead of winter, it's like sitting on a frozen rock. What you really want is something called high resiliency foam, or HR foam. It's basically all-weather foam that keeps its supportive properties no matter what. You might also hear a salesperson say that thicker foam means more luxury. No, wrong again. If the foam is too thick and soft, it can actually be deadly in a crash. There's something called the submarining effect, where your body can literally slide under the seatbelt because there's nothing firm to hold you in place. Good foam is about smart support, not just being thick. And finally, the new car smell. We all kind of love it, right? We think it's the smell of fresh leather. But if that smell is sharp, almost chemical, and it just won't go away, that's a huge red flag. It's often toxic gas, what we call VOCs, leaking out of cheap, low-quality foam. You're not smelling luxury, you could be breathing in some pretty nasty stuff. And get ready for this, because the difference is absolutely insane. The legal limit for these chemicals in the air is about 1,000 micrograms per cubic meter. But a lot of luxury car brands, they set their own internal standard way down at 50. That's 20 times stricter. That massive gap tells you everything you need to know about what's legally acceptable versus what's actually healthy. So, it's pretty clear that a good seat is more than just leather and gadgets. But what exactly are you paying for when you get into a car with a high-end seat? The answer, as you probably guessed, is deep inside that chemical bread. Honestly, all you have to do is follow the money. The cheap cold cure foam you'd find in an economy car, a set might cost around 150 yuan. Mid-range cars use a better hot cure process, but that top-tier, high-resilience foam in a luxury or sports car, it can cost up to 8 times more. You're not just paying for a badge on the hood, you're paying for way better chemistry. Okay, so it costs more, big deal. What am I actually getting for that extra cash? It's not just that the material itself is better, it's that the design is way, way smarter. What you're really paying for is intelligence. It's this idea of multi-density zoning. See, a great car seat isn't just one solid block of foam. It's an engineered masterpiece. The side bolsters are super firm to hold you in place when you take a corner. The part under your main sit bones is hard for long-haul support. But the area under your thighs is actually softer so it doesn't cut off your circulation. It's genius. So how do they measure this hardness? Well, there's a technical score for it. It's called ILD. But forget the jargon. Here's all you need to know. A high ILD score is like a firm, supportive office chair that keeps you upright. A really low ILD is like a saggy beanbag chair that just swallows you whole. A great car seat uses a whole bunch of different ILD scores all over its surface to support every part of your body perfectly. All right, this is the part you've been waiting for. I'm about to give you a dead, simple, 30-second test that you can do in any car dealership. It'll let you feel the quality of the foam for yourself, and I promise you will instantly know more than the person trying to sell you the car. So get ready, because this is the trick that puts all the power back in your hands. No more guessing, no more falling for sales pitches. You're about to become the expert they don't want you to be. Okay, here we go. It's 3 simple moves. Step 1, the thigh press. Use your hand and push down hard on the very front edge of the seat cushion. It should feel soft at first, but then firm up really fast. It shouldn't feel like a rock, but it definitely shouldn't feel like a marshmallow either. Step 2, the lumbar shove. Just lean back hard into the seat. You should feel a distinct, firm cushion pushing back and meeting the curve of your lower back. If you feel nothing, that's a bad sign. And finally, step 3, the cornering wiggle. Just shift your weight from side to side. The bolsters on the side should feel like they're actively hugging you and keeping you centered. So, what's the ultimate cheat sheet here? What do you really need to remember? It's this. For a short trip, you want softness. But for a long trip, you need support. In the summer, you need it to be breathable. And in a crash, you need that seat to grip you, not let you slip. And that's the bottom line, isn't it? A cheap piece of foam just kind of holds your weight for a little while before you sink. But a properly engineered car seat is an active piece of safety equipment. It's designed to hold your body in the perfect position for comfort, for your health, and for safety. So, with everything you now know, the next time you get in a car, whether it's your own or one you're thinking about buying, you have a choice to make. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to fall for the sales pitch about the soft, supple leather? Or are you going to perform your 30-second pro test and let your own body tell you the real truth about what's hiding inside? Now you know what to do.